The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth was one of the largest and most politically unique states in early modern Europe, emerging in 1569 through the Union of Lublin, which formally united the Kingdom of Poland and the Grand Duchy of Lithuania into a single federative state. Though Poland and Lithuania had been linked by dynastic ties since the late 14th century, the new Commonwealth created a joint parliament, elected monarchy, and shared foreign policy while still preserving certain local institutions. At its height in the early 17th century, the Commonwealth stretched from the Baltic Sea deep into Eastern Europe, encompassing most of modern Poland, Lithuania, Belarus, large parts of Ukraine, and portions of Latvia and Russia, making it one of the continent's largest and most populous states. What made the Commonwealth especially distinctive was its political system known as the Golden Liberty, under which the nobility, or Szlachta, held extraordinary power. The king was not hereditary but elected by the nobles, and major decisions required parliamentary approval. The Sejm, the Commonwealth's parliament, operated on the principle of the liberum veto, which allowed any single noble deputy to block legislation and dissolve the session. While originally intended to protect political freedom and prevent tyranny, this system would later paralyze effective governance. During its golden age in the late 16th and early 17th centuries, the Commonwealth was a major military and cultural power. It successfully resisted invasions from the Ottoman Empire, Muscovy, and Sweden, and its Winged Hussars became legendary across Europe for their battlefield effectiveness. The state was also notable for its relative religious tolerance at a time when much of Europe was torn by sectarian conflict. The Warsaw Confederation of 1573 guaranteed freedom of worship for nobles, attracting diverse religious communities. Economically, the Commonwealth benefited from vast agricultural exports, especially grain shipped through Baltic ports such as Gdansk, linking Eastern European farmland to Western European markets. However, structural weaknesses gradually undermined the state. The powerful nobility resisted reforms that might strengthen central authority, magnate factions competed for influence, and the liberum veto increasingly crippled the Sejm. Beginning in the mid-17th century, the Commonwealth suffered a series of devastating wars, including the Khmelnytsky uprising in Ukraine, the Swedish invasion known as the Deluge, and prolonged conflicts with Russia and the Ottoman Empire. These wars depopulated large regions, damaged the economy, and weakened military capacity. By the 18th century, the Commonwealth had become politically fragile and increasingly subject to interference from its more centralized neighbors Russia, Prussia, and Austria. Attempts at reform, including the Progressive Constitution of May 3, 1791, came too late to save the state. Between 1772 and 1795, the three neighboring powers carried out the three partitions of Poland, gradually carving up Commonwealth territory. In 1795, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth ceased to exist as an independent state after more than 2 centuries. Despite its fall, its legacy remained significant in Central and Eastern Europe. The Commonwealth's traditions of parliamentary governance, religious tolerance, and political participation influenced later democratic movements, while its cultural heritage continues to shape the identities of modern Poland, Lithuania, Belarus, and Ukraine.